test for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Why, hello there. Welcome to this Tuesday morning SpaceX Starlink live stream. Glad you made it, you sillies. Welcome to the show. Let's go ahead. You know the routine. Let's muster up. Where you from? What you munching on? Doggo Cam. It's super exciting in here, as you can tell. We'll get back to them here in a second. While you're mustering up, telling us where you're from, what you munching on, how the weather is in your state or country. Let's go ahead and talk about this Starlink mission right quick. SpaceX hasn't started their live stream yet, but we're waiting on it. Let's go big cam. SpaceX.com/lunches. Scroll down, get yourself a turkey sandwich. Liftoff is scheduled for 8:15 a.m. Pacific time. That's 11:15 a.m. my time here in Ohio, land of corn, but not right meow. Today, they're launching 49 Starlink satellites to orbit, as well as this D-Orbit's Ion SCV-009 Eclectic Elena thing. I believe it's like a payload deployment thing. I don't know. I don't care. From Vandenberg, because it's Pacific time, this first stage booster will be launching for its 7th mission. I count them out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 equals 7. If you include today's math. It's fun. And we'll be landing for its 7th time on a drone ship. Well, it might not have landed on drone ship every single time, but it has landed on, of course, I Still Love You, bobbing on the Pacific Ocean. Okay. They'll be deploying the satellites an hour and 17 minutes after liftoff. We will not be covering it for reasons I will let you know here soon. Okay. There we go. SpaceX has started their screensaver. Back to me in the meantime, and to you guys. Let me scroll up through the chat. Locals members, I do have the Locals chat open, so I can keep my eye on you guys and gals. Good friggin' morning, Blue 2005. Happy campers. Good morning, Keith Mabe. Good to see you again in that luscious beard of yours. I'm trying to grow mine back, as you can tell. Foggy Mountain. Good frosty morning from the Oregon coast. Nice. Who else we got here? You guys is talking to each other. Denver, okay. Munching on Nestle Crunch and Dr. Pepper. Ooh, sounds delicious, brah. I had my first DP over the weekend. Me and the lawyer wife went on a date because we're doing that more for this year now. And I had myself a DP. First time in like over a year I've had pop or soda. Didn't actually taste that great. I think it was flat, so that was a bummer. But I do love me some Dr. Pepper cream soda. You know, they mix them. Those are my 2 favorite pops. Beverages. Meg Tooth, good to see you back. It's summer here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Well, it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit on the last day in January. It's very sunny here in Ohio today, in central Ohio, but it is still pretty chilly. Ian, good to see you, dude. All right, let's go to the YouTube chat. We'll visit you guys and locals here in a minute. Hellfire Studios. I don't know if you're back yet, but thanks for modding, bro. Good to see you. Mike Clark, who's a Master Chief now. Congratulations on the promotion. Although in the military, it'd be a demotion, I guess, because you went from officer, admiral to enlisted. But I have more respect for Master Chiefs. That's why they outrank admirals here on my channel. That and I could add another slot. And I'm like, what outranks admiral? I guess the president would, but nobody wants to be president. Who's cool? Austin McMurtray, good to see you. Another Master Chief from Indiana. And Mike Clark is from Sussex, England. Hold on a second. I got that soundbite for you.
You sound like you're from London.
It's midnight in West Australia, and it's stinking hot.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate.
I just saw Vancouver, Canada, I think.
Welcome to French Canada.
We got another Ohioan in the chat. Awesome. And huge shout out to Eric Beavers, who's like my high rolling BFR, has been for a long time now. He sent me some sweet swag, so I'm repping it in today's live stream. All right. Great Western Buildings. They have a YouTube channel, so check it out, bro. He also sent me this awesome hat. I haven't put it on yet, so I have to adjust it really quick. Eric's so nice, man. Say hello to the family for me, Eric. There we go. Yeah. In the back. Ask about my erection. Great Western Buildings from not Coronado, Colorado. Check their YouTube channel out. Another YouTube channel you can check out is Pennsylvania Wildsteading. I recommend. Friend runs that channel that I met while in Mexico. And speaking of Mexico, I'll be releasing my psychedelic trip that I had in Mexico earlier this month on my Cloud Liquor channel, link below. That premieres on Rumble, basically right after this live stream. Again, today's Tuesday. It's 11:10 Eastern time right now, but that will be live streamed on Rumble at noon, so in less than an hour, and then around 3 p.m. Eastern time later today, it will be uploaded onto the YouTube on Cloud Liquor, the Cloud Liquor channel. So for those of you who have been keeping an eye on me, watching my 6 all these years, asking about how I'm doing, that should clear up a lot of questions, and I want to show off my appreciation for you guys and thank you for, having my back all these years, man. I love you. All right, we still have about 4 minutes until liftoff, so let's keep rolling with this muster, and we'll get back to the doggos because Wiley was just whining in my ear. Hey, Hal from Columbus, Ohio. What's going on, neighbor? You're like my next door neighbor, basically. Hey, Eric, good to see you. Glad you made it. I just repped your company, brah. Mokes, good to see you in the locals chat. Back on the east coast of Canada, bloody cold this weekend, drinking coffee, mince pies on. Okay. Italy. What's up, Italy? And Hellfire's back. Atlanta, Georgia. You guys have been in the news lately, haven't you? Florida, jelly, sunny in Florida. Good for you guys. From Calgary, Canada. I almost read that as Calgary, California, but hey, maybe California has a Calgary I'm not aware of. Could be. What's going on, Sweden? Youngstown, Ohio's back. Arkansas's plural. We got some Americans in the chat. America.
What, is this a communist country or something? No, this is America.
See if we can get the doggos in the room really quick. We got Peepiopi hiding out in his usual spot behind the desk. We got Jeb with us. KSB2 releases on early access. I was going to say at the end of this month, but I guess it is still technically January. But near the end of February, we'll be doing a lot of gameplay for that on Cloud Liquor. Piopi. Oh, you're right here. It's like, Russ. No, you're right here. Let's get Wiley in the room. And Kunu, I think, is on the bed in the next room over. Come here. Come get Jeb. There you got him.
They took our jibs.
They took your job. They took your job. Took your job.
And there's Wiley. I guess Kunu's not going to play with us today. All right, bring him to me, will you? Bring him here. I don't want you slobbering all over him. Come here. I have to get him. I'll be right back. Or he's going to rip his head off. That thing was like $40. Mine. Got it. Jeb is safe. Mark Jeb's safe. Wiley wants him. You want him? Can't have him. Okay, I love you, but no. Hi. All right, quit making out, you gays. Hi, Piopi. All right, we're gonna turn the volume up now. Look at the smoking rocket. Again, this is its 7th mission for that first stage booster. And this is the 7th launch of the month, of the year for SpaceX. 7 in a single month. That's crazy. Starting off the year strong. All right, volume up. Quit nudging my arm there, jerk.
Reported NROL 87, NROL 85, Sarah 1, SWAT, and 2 Starlink missions.
What's going on, Dayton, Ohio?
Stage separation, the booster is scheduled to land on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which is stationed out in the Pacific Ocean. Reusability allows SpaceX to refly the most expensive parts of the rocket,
Falcon 9 is in startup.
There we just heard the call out that Falcon 9 is now on internal power.
Keith. Hey, Kevin, explain your hat. Great Western Buildings from Eric Beavers, who's a big-time BFR for the channel. Check out his YouTube channel and buy a warehouse from him.
Final go for launch today, coming from our launch director. Let's watch as Falcon 9 takes our 49 Starlink satellites and the Ion SCV.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Ion SCV-9 Eclectic Elena into space.
Quit pawing me. Quit pawing me. It's like, you jerk, you took Jeb from me.
15 seconds.
Oh, you got my earpiece in your mouth.
T-minus 10, 9, 8,
Crazy.
7,
Crazy.
6.
He's standing on my lap right now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power.
There it goes.
And
Are you
liftoff
watching?
of Starlink 2-6. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Thank you. Thank you. I missed a launch because of you.
Now at T plus 30 flight, you can see Falcon 9 is fully lifted off from 4 East AM Pacific time.
She's cutting out, bro.
Power and telemetry nominal.
You're a dumb puppy. Stop biting me.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Falcon 9 is now traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Max Q.
There we heard the call out for Max Q, indicating that the vehicle has passed through the maximum dynamic pressure that it will feel during flight.
Yeah, Keith, he's definitely, he either wants to be my co-host or he's totally pissed at me for taking Jeb from him. Aren't you? So give me
We're
back
about
Jeb.
a minute away from main engine cutoff, stage separation, and SCS-1, which will all happen in
Look at
quick
this guy.
succession.
Freaking
There we
guy.
heard the call out for MVAC
Yeah.
chill, indicating that that second stage engine, the MVAC, or Merlin vacuum engine, preparing for its ignition. All those 3 events that will happen one right after another, that will be then followed by fairing separation just a few seconds later.
He's being very
As the
ornery
name
right now.
indicates, MECO, or main engine cutoff, is where all 9 of those Merlin engines on the first stage will shut down. Stage separation is where the first and second stages will separate, and then SCS-1, or second engine start 1, is where we will ignite that Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage.
Hey, Justin, good to see you, bro. Thanks for modding. Thanks for the support. Love the tracking cam. Of course, let's keep it for stage set, please. Want to see some more boost back burns from the ground, brah.
Nico.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
There you can see all 3 of those events happening one right after another, including with a successful second stage ignition. There on the left-hand side of your screen, we can see those grid fins
It's
deploying.
like no clouds,
Those
dude.
will help steer the vehicle back down for a precise landing on.
No clouds to lick, but you'll lick my mic, won't you? It almost looks like KSP-1 Kerbin. Like
Bearing
there's no clouds
separation
at all.
confirmed.
Gorgeous view of that fairing separation, exposing our payloads to the vacuum of space. There you can see one of those fairing halves falling away behind in the background there on the right-hand side of your screen. We will attempt to recover the fairing halves using our recovery vessel NRC Quest. Both of the fairing halves flying on today's mission are flight proven. One half flew for the 5th time and the other for a 3rd. Currently, the first stage is on its way back to, or it will be making its way back to Earth. We can see that it's still just barely gaining in altitude if you follow along with the telemetry readout on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. So it has not yet reached its apogee, but it will be making its way back down to Earth momentarily and target a landing on our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You.
Tired himself out, I guess. Stupid puppy. Yeah, now you can see Megtooth why we decided to keep him instead of just fostering him. He's got quite the personality on him. Kev, where did Cloud Flicker go to college? I don't know a Cloud Flicker, but
as I
if you're
mentioned
referring
earlier,
to Cloud
today's
Flicker,
Starlink mission marks SpaceX.
thanks, lady. I think her name's Karen or Kathy. I can't remember. That's not an insult. I actually don't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. I went to college and grad school for like 11 years, actually. And I went to many places. OU, Rhodes State, Tiffin University, Ohio University, Ashland University, and then Southern California Seminary as well.
On the globe. Starlink is now available in Peru and also Nigeria, making it the first
did you see
African
that?
country to receive service. As of now,
Yeah, Nigeria now has service. Good for them. I love it, dude. When you see these ice clumps, these snowballs break loose from the exhaust there and then just totally evaporate, I love it. That never gets old for me. It satisfies my OCD. Maybe this one will be knocked loose as well, and this one. Maybe we'll get a twofer.
back down to planet Earth. Just a stunning view there of the globe in the background.
That globe has definitely been a snow globe lately here in Ohio. It snowed a lot, like I think it snowed 3 or 4 times this week.
In about 10 seconds, we'll have entry burn startup.
I've never shoveled a driveway so much in my life.
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Stage 1, also known as the booster, has ignited 3 engines to help slow it down for atmospheric reentry. The first stage is used to launch our 49 satellites.
Josh was saying it's going to land right of center again. I'll go left just to be different. It hasn't really hit a bullseye lately too often. Look at that RCS, the ACS system really pushing it with that cold gas to arch it downrange as the grid fins take over, those titanium grid fins to steer the rocket toward the awaiting drone ship. Hopefully we'll get that coverage back just in time for the landing. They just used the single Merlin engine to land the big old first stage on the drone ship. And it can get away with that because most of the way out on the pad is fuel, but now the fuel is pretty much depleted, except for just a little bit more. Volume up. Kevin is left of center. That Mexico trip has ruined you. I didn't even think about it that way. All right, I'll change my answer to bullseye then. I think it's going to be
Stage 2
a
FTS
bullseye.
Entry transonic.
Perfect center.
There we heard that the first stage is transonic, meaning it's traveling near the speed of sound. One thing to note, we may or may not have ground station coverage to confirm SECO 1 live. If that happens, if we happen to lose that ground station coverage before we're able to
Stop talking on my live stream, please.
Engine cutoff,
being rude.
We'll tune into the
Stage
nets.
2 in terminal guidance.
We'll tune into the nets and wait for confirmation when we connect to the next ground station.
Smoking.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There we can see the landing burn has begun for the first stage, targeting a
left.
landing
To
on
the
our drone
left.
ship.
That's a
Of
good
course,
view
I
on the
still
right
love you.
there.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Let's keep it. To the left. Go to the left. Issue can't be correct. Come on. To the left. To the left. Oh. Yep. Just a little to the right.
Stage 1
Barely.
landing confirmed.
Just barely over the
There
line.
You can see Falcon 9 has successfully landed on our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Shutdown.
Marking the 168th overall landing of an orbital class rocket, including F9 and Falcon Heavy missions.
Nominal parking orbit.
Expected
loss of signal, Cook.
There we just heard it called out on the nets that we did achieve that nominal parking orbit. But the mission isn't over just yet. That second stage is still carrying our 49 Starlink satellites and our rideshare payload. The next milestone coming up is the second start and shutdown of our MVAC engine on the second stage. That SES-2 is currently scheduled to occur at the T+53 minute mark. So enjoy some space tunes for now, and we'll come back live in about 40 minutes.
All right. And of course, if you want to, actually, I think I didn't put the direct link in the description. You can check on that. I don't know if I updated it or not. Oops, it might give you the previous live stream. Anyway, just go to SpaceX's YouTube channel if you want to keep following along with the mission. But again, I am cutting this one short because today's the big day where I release my psychedelic trip in Mexico, that whole experience on Cloudlicker, starting live on Rumble at noon. That's in about 35 minutes. And then at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'll publish it on YouTube on the Cloudlicker channel. Link for both of those channels are in the description below. Eric is back. Again, Eric, look at it. He's spoiling me. He spoils me, Eric. He sent me this awesome swag. Great Western Buildings. Check them out on YouTube. Buy a warehouse off of them. Eric's their commander-in-chief. He also sent me this sweet hat on the back. It says, "Ask about my erection." All right. Thanks for the stream and the shout out, Kev. Thank you, Eric. Love you. Tell the family I said, sup. Mike Clark, man, all you BFRs are spoiling me today. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you. Ian, 167 times landing, and it's still amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Locals members, for tuning in with us today in the Locals chat. Stay tuned for that link for the Mexico live stream. Quite the experience. I highly recommend you watch it, whether you're a person of faith or you're agnostic or an atheist. There's something in it for everyone. I think you'll walk away with just an appreciation for how complex and beautiful life and existence is, man. It was quite a deep experience I had down there, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. Have a nominal work day. Have a nominal work week. Okay? I'll see you on Cloudlicker later, and then I'll see you back here maybe for another live stream for a launch. I can't remember when the next one is, but definitely for Friday's episode of SpaceX in the News. Have a good one. Make it nominal. Godspeed.